Uta wa ore no musume! Introducing the musician of the red-haired pirates and world-class diva. Uta is the new dual-colored red-purple leader from Set 6, Wings of the Captain. And if you're looking to play her, here's everything you'll need to know. So set the stage for a new Genesis, and sing along if you know the tune. This is the Red Purple Uta deck guide. Set 6 has a diverse set of new leaders to play and a lot of powerful support for previous ones, which puts this leader into a sort of interesting niche. She's a 4-life 5k power leader with an effect that reads, when attacking, you may trash up to one film type card from your hand. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power until the end of the turn, then add up to one Dawn from your Dawn deck as rested. Which begs the question, do I need to be running film to maximize this card? Well, I'm here to tell you. It's like okay. With an effect combining Red's power reduction and Purple's Dawn ramp mechanics, this leader can focus on clearing your opponent's board while trading cards in hand for Dawn on board. Sort of a quality over quantity situation. Seems kind of hard to justify pitching a card in hand just for ramp 1 rested and reducing something, right? Well, Uta has a couple of tools to help her shine on the stage. The new Guild Tessero is a 5-cost 6k attacker with counter that lets you recur 2-cost 4 or less film cards from your trash for just -1 Dawn, which is pretty great value on a body like that. Depending on how well you manage to ramp, you could grab back both a 2k and a blocker and play that blocker in the same turn. But what's all that ramp without a sick payoff? Thankfully, we have the brand new Shanks, a 10-cost 12,000 power body that KOs an opponent's character with a power of 10,000 on play. An absolute powerhouse of a card. Paired with Uta's 2,000 power reduction, Shanks has the potential to KO even the largest bodies in the game. Power cards like 9-cost Edward Newgate and 5-cost Marco can really take advantage of both the ramp and power reduction from Uta, powering them out early while clearing your opponent's board. And all your red removal events get some extra reach, like Fire Fist, Jet Pistol, or Blue Dragon Steel Water Stream! That was a mouthful. Ever wonder how Zoro says all that with a sword in his mouth? But it's not always about racing to go big. Sometimes it's about ramping to mitigate great Dawn minus abilities. Like for Starter Deck 6's Guild Tessero, which on attack lets you -2 Dawn to draw 2. Starter Deck 4's Queen, which lets you -1 Dawn to draw 2 and discard 1. Or a 7-cost Eustace Captain Kidd from Starter Deck 10 to keep Uta away from those pesky 5k swings. But if you're all about going big and going fast, maybe Uta should run a certain regional promo with the same name. This one's a 5-cost with 6k power that gives you a rested Dawn on play. Playing this on curve would potentially have you at 9 Dawn by turn 4, or 10 Dawn depending on whether or not you've gone first or second, which opens the floodgates for my personal favorite. 10-cost Luffy from Starter Deck 10. Even a Sakazuki player will struggle to remove a body this big. Plus you'll be getting in for the rush the turn it's played, while your opponent is likely 2 to 3 Dawn behind you trying to deal with it. This is definitely Uta's main strength. Controlling the board through reduction while ramping yourself into huge bodies that will constantly threaten your opponent. Uta also has access to 2 film searchers. Buena Festa, which is a 2k counter, and our new Monkey D. Luffy, a 2-cost with 3k power. This Monkey D. Luffy card is a bit understated, even for a searcher. But check this out. This Luffy searcher is able to 1. Have its effect played from trigger without placing it on board. 2. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck for any film card, including itself. And 3. Use Uta's reduction to easily fight characters up to 5k power. Surprisingly, this deck is positioned incredibly well to deal with Fortress Yamato decks, or any decks that run a whole bunch of blockers. Heck, it might even do well against its green counterpart, Uta Film Green from Starter Deck 11. I swear it's not cope. With all the minuses to power and bringing certain targets into threat range, it positions Uta incredibly well as a fortress breaker. Not to say this deck isn't any fun, but I would definitely hesitate bringing this to a Treasure Cup or Regionals. I've personally built this deck and proceeded to fight all my beloved friends and their Katakuris and their Sakazukis, or their Gecko Morias, and going on to a losing streak that's having me consider, like, you know, taking a whole bunch of, like, wake shrooms and then fighting the world government and then maybe quitting the card game. Maybe I just don't play Uta anymore. I think I really shouldn't play Uta. I should probably do something else with my time. Like, I should see my family. I should call my mom. All this being said, I have incredibly high hopes for this leader in the future. With a generically good ability like this, and with the knowledge that film is an archetype that is here to stay, I'd say hold on to those precious AA leader pulls and be glad you did in like 3 to 4 sets, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a great list out there just waiting to be cooked up. Let me know what sort of combos you're cooking up for this leader in the comments below. If you're looking for more One Piece content, hit subscribe and check out our other videos. And if you find you're ready to challenge the world alongside the meta, with this shining star of our leader, well, boku wa shinjite.